In Chapter 11, we discuss the final element of the three that form a contract, that is, consideration. I like to say consideration is doing something you didn't have to legally do. There was no prior agreement, there was no prior consideration given, there was no matter that was under any other obligation. It wasn't already a debt. Consideration doesn't have to be monetary value. It doesn't have to have what the market will call value. It merely has to be what I refer to as legal value, meaning that you just did something, you bound yourself where you didn't have to bind yourself. If you research 5 law dictionaries, you'll find 5 very different types of definitions on consideration. They all mean the same. Indeed, they're all accurate, I believe, but they have a different way of phrasing this particular element in contract law under common law. So I think my phrasing is, for me, the best. Consideration is something you didn't have to legally do. I'm going to give an example here to help. Let's say you run a business and you're managing contracts for a landscaping firm. You're keeping your fingers on the pulse of your business and you watch the ebb and flow of money, which, if you were an accounting major, means the accounts payable and the accounts receivable. We lawyers call accounts payable and accounts receivable contracts. In the summer, let's say you realize you hire students. You realize you can hire students when students are not at school to help with your labor. And so you hire someone for 3 months. You pay $5,000 for 3 months for students to work. And a student accepts your offer, and here is our agreement. The agreement is the student will work for 3 months. You then pay $5,000 for the individual's labor and time. Your consideration is your money. The student's consideration is the 3 months. Each of you are giving up something which you do not have to give up. A month into the summer, though, you're having trouble with laborers staying on the job. Recidivism is a problem. Turnover is a problem. So you announce to the student that you hired in the first month and say, if you stick around, if you stay for your full 3 months, I'll give you at the end a $500 bonus. Of course, the student accepts. So finally, the 3rd month comes around and you decide your cash flow problems are still too great and you cannot give those bonuses. The student comes to you and wants his full payment. You pay the $5,000, but the student says, where's my bonus money? You made a promise the 2nd month as an incentive for me to stay on. That $500, where is it? Our question is, are you legally correct to argue that there was no consideration in that second offer? Thus, the second was merely a promise, and promises, as we see, are not enforceable in courts for the most part. Courts normally do not enforce promises. Contracts, yes. Promises, no. So let's analyze this. In the first event, you have an offer and an acceptance, and you have consideration on both sides, that is, a mutual exchange of something that has legal value. Whereas in the second situation, a month into the summer, you have an offer, you have acceptance, but only you are giving up something you didn't have to legally do. The worker gave up nothing. What should the student worker have done to make that second a contract? Well, turning back to help the student, we might say, make this a contract. Don't let it be just the promise. What could the worker give up that she didn't have to legally give up? Could it be an extra day? So the student can work 3 months plus 1 day. Sure, 1 day would be legal consideration. How about half a day? Yeah, that would work too. An extra hour at the end of the 3 months. Sure. An extra minute. Yes. Well, we can even make this even easier because at the moment in the second month, when you promised the $500, we could form a contract then if the student were to say, all right, I'll give you though $1 for your $500. Is $1 something that she didn't have to legally give up? Yes. So the $1 becomes legal consideration. Some students doubt this answer since $1 does not equal $500, but remember, the courts are blind as to market value. We're talking about legal value. They don't care what the market says. They just want to know, are you serious? Did you give up something you legally did not have to give up? And in this case, a month into the affair, yes, both parties giving up $1 for $500 legally gave up consideration, and we have a contract. Our three-legged stool, offer, acceptance, and consideration, is complete. Let me know if you wish to discuss this matter or have questions by email or other means.